So David, this is your first trip to China in about 4 years. How would you comment on the condition of China's economy right now, especially when it compared to the last time you were here?
The economy is interesting in terms of the shift from 4 years ago, because 4 years ago, inflation on a global basis was not really a big topic for people. If anything, markets around the world and economists around the world were more focused on the risk of deflation. Inflation is now a big topic in places like the UK, the US, Europe, and has led to a significant change in the interest rate environment. China's in a very different position. And China, there is not an inflation issue here. The economy has perhaps been a bit slower than people are hoping for here. But given the lack of inflation, there's some flexibility in terms of potentially monetary policy loosening to address that.
You mentioned that the recovery is kind of slower than people has been expected. And also, there are some longer-term challenges such as a demographic change and the geopolitical fragmentation. So with that kind of challenges in mind, will that change your group's commitment or confidence in the China market?
So it doesn't change our commitment or our excitement about the opportunities that we see here. What I would say about China is that we continue to be impressed by a number of the regulatory changes that are taking place here. So, for example, the futures and derivatives law, and in particular the inclusion of offset netting, I think is a really important addition to this marketplace. And we're already seeing the impact of that in terms of the growth of the derivatives market here and the opening up of this market and derivatives trading to offshore investors. So that's, I think, an area of increasing opportunity, and it's an area that we're looking at as well, given both our TradeWeb business, which participates in the Swap Connect, but also our clearing business. And we're evaluating what the potential opportunities might be there to help work with both market participants here in China, but also international market participants looking to get greater exposure to and access to China.
I want to know your general outlook for the development of China's capital market, especially when there's kind of fluctuations recently.
I would say our general outlook is a lot of confidence in this market. That's not so much a statement about the direction the market's going to go in. It's more a statement about the regulatory environment here. I think there are some very thoughtful regulators, and the government's approach to continuing to open this economy up in a thoughtful, careful way is, I think, very encouraging. I think the market performance itself, by definition, markets will go up and will go down, but to manage the broader market environment, to manage the regulatory environment in a stable and thoughtful and consistent way is what we have seen from our regulators in this environment, and I think that's only a positive thing. I think we see a number of different areas of opportunity in this market, specifically around renminbi. I would say it's in the potential for more FX trading and potentially in our having more access to clearing in this market as the derivatives market grows. I would say in other areas we see real opportunity with our index business here, both in terms of our partnership with local customers and creating new index products here. There's a lot of opportunity we see in this market in terms of the demand for ESG, both data and indices. So a number of different areas where we see some really interesting opportunity here.
One little last question is about the Shanghai London Stock Exchange. So what kind of adjustments maybe your group will make to attract more Chinese listings in London?
We continue to speak with potential issuers here. When we launched the Stock Connect, it was just with Shanghai, and we've had a great run of issuers from Shanghai raising a lot of capital in London. Recently, we struck a similar agreement with Shenzhen and look forward to having some companies that are currently listed on the Shenzhen exchange joining us in London. So excited about that potential too.